thing on this thing. So, yes, I'm really happy I got a new machine.
All right, Tom, why don't you go ahead and explain to Jaden what happened last time that he forgot?
Fair enough, fair enough.
Here's my new machine.
Ooh, I've got. I played that for hours and hours during our Florida vacation, and nice. I got really, really mad at Super Mario Brothers 3.
I saw that.
We hooked up a 64 and we were playing like Diddy Kong Racing and Mario Kart and stuff.
I grabbed the controller and I was like, hate
nice.
World 8 was terrible.
Okay. All right, when we last left our heroes, tracked down the alchemist's house. You found out from the university in Brightspire that he was doing most of his research from his residence because he was working with an unusual substance. You went to his house, had a fight with a giant spider that was basically in his upstairs, and found a number of reference books and journals that were going back like 20, 30 years, pretty much his entire history of alchemy. In recent years, he was talking about something that he seemed to keep changing the name of. Sometimes it was called the source, sometimes it was called the origin, sometimes it was called the form. It was a weird substance that he kept calling by name. He kept capitalizing it in his journals. When you went to his house, also, you found a path that was leading around to the small cave in the cliff facing the coast. And there was a puddle, or rather a dried puddle of this goop that made the elves in the party pretty unhappy. They were able to cross it, but most of them were feeling rather nauseous when they were doing so. There was a shattered urn by the mouth of the cave, indicating that this might have been where the substance was originally. And even though you guys can cross the stuff, and it does make you feel sick, so long as you're willing to give them, a short rest afterwards, they're pretty much good to go. Shortly, or just inside the mouth of the cave, there is painted on the walls. You'll never get your hands on it, you pointy-eared freaks. This was painted on in nice, big, bold letters. You guys,
I love this guy. I don't know if I'll ever get to meet him, but I love him already.
You guys saw some wolf prints that tracked across this goop, and you found them immediately in one of the rooms inside the dungeon. I believe you found them in this room right here. You found a whole bunch of dead wolves, and then you found a bunch of orcs, but when you killed them, you found that they did not bleed red or green, as you're normally expecting orcs to bleed. Their blood was kind of like a bluish green teal kind of color. And you also found a room that had a couple of ghouls in it, and they too had themselves a rather unusual color, same as the orcs. But their bodily fluids did not exactly match what you'd expect them to be like. The texture, the color, the odor, none of it really matched. You guys did manage to find yourselves a little collection of boxes, which was very OCD of the former owner, because apparently he kept all of his coins in boxes of 100 apiece. And you found a small collection of coins. And afterwards, you went back to Brightspire with your new treasure, and now you are back to further examine and explore the caves. Now, you guys should see on your screen everything that you guys pretty much hit last time, I believe.
Yeah, looks good.
Yep.
Yep, and we divvied up some cash. I believe I sent Eric an email with how much each person got. Basically, we sold off some of the crap we were holding on to, distributed some of the other stuff, and got a small sum of money which we could use to buy stuff with. And I completely forgot to buy anything, so it's fine. Whatever.
If you want to do any, quick purchases or whatever, we'll retcon it.
Honestly, the only thing Irena would even be interested in buying right now would be magic scrolls, and I think she's going to wait till second level spells come around. So I'm probably just going to hold on to the coin.
Sounds like a plan. All right.
Yeah, I think I've got a few potions of healing and stuff like that already, so I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna buy something, but I was like, I'll wait a little bit. We'll see.
Okay. So you guys have returned. The stuff is still at the mouth of the cave. The elves in the party are still a little unhappy at the stuff. I'm assuming you did not have a nice greasy breakfast this time around. You probably had something relatively light that you're not going to miss when you.
Yep. Light breakfast.
A very light breakfast.
Coffee.
Yes, and you brought some breakfast bars so that when you finally do cross the stuff, you're okay.
Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna.
Are we all back at their full health? Do we all?
You guys are all back to full health. You guys have had a full night's rest in a nice bed in the Winking Spider.
I'm gonna hold my breath and I'm gonna run inside.
Valadrin runs. Fair enough.
And I follow Valadrin.
All right. I'm going to need still the con checks from you.
I don't see my token anywhere, so move me inside if somebody sees it.
Where is your token?
Oh yeah, you're off to the right. Oh, there you go. Con check.
Why are you not there?
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
I see him.
You see me? Can you drag me?
No, I didn't. Someone dragged me.
Already dragged you into where next to Valadrin. So if you see Valadrin, you see yourself.
I don't see me.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're right. You're right there.
Sweet zombie Jesus, we're already having tech problems.
It never fails.
Yes. Okay.
It's because I'm streaming.
Is that?
My streams are infamous for computer issues.
All right. Well, tell you what. I'm just going to make a new token of you.
Perfect.
And then let me go through the settings to make certain that everybody gets to see you. All right. You are representing Irena. Show the nameplate. All right. I believe that is good, yes?
No. I don't see my nameplate. Oh wait, I do now.
Okay.
Excellent.
Can you move it around, Phil?
Yes.
Awesome sauce.
I'll go ahead and add the hit points in there.
All right. For the time being, we will have Zeku sort of, keep guard at the front.
Let's have him take all his armor off, too.
Make sure Zeku doesn't die.
We will make certain Zeku is not going to be killed.
Have him sit right in the pool.
He's not elvish, so he can't die. I don't think it's sitting in that.
Fair enough. Hold a moment. All right. So, where are you gentlemen and ladies and such going?
Well, how far have we traveled in here? Have we already went through a couple of doors and whatnot?
Yep. Everything that is presently unfogged, you guys have already visited at least once.
I'd say we go kind of over this way, maybe?
Yep. That is where you saw the dead wolves.
Okay. And then we'll come through here if everything's still safe. We'll keep like an eye and an ear out just to make sure these rooms haven't.
Well, when you walk in here, you still see the dead orcs, pretty much where you left them. But nibbling on one of the corpses.
You mean they don't despawn?
They do not despawn. They don't de-res.
What's wrong with this game?
I know. But nibbling on one of the corpses is a fairly large beetle. It is reminiscent of a fire beetle, with the exception of the fact that instead of it glowing red, it's glowing blue.
I'm sensing
I'm going to slowly back away.
Well, do you see that? You might want to go check that out.
I think Phil just had a flashback to fire ants.
Well, at least it's not the orc that basically punched my head in a single shot. So
that's right, Eric. You missed a really good shot by an orc.
Oh, nice.
Orcs with great axe versus wizard bad. So there's there's another one of these corrupted creatures with blue blood chewing on one of the corpses.
Yeah.
Do we want to Zorch this thing or just kind of try to give it a birth?
Have we learned anything from the blood itself? Like, is it hazardous to any of us or anything like that we know of?
No, not that. I mean, you guys have gotten the occasional blood splatter on you during the combat. It's not toxic. It's not causing you guys any grief. It's just not usual. That's all.
Irena, did you take some with us back to the Brightspire to see if anybody knew anything about it, or?
I definitely collected some. I don't believe I had a chance to talk to anybody about it. Yeah, I've got vials of pretty much every shit we've come across so far because...
Alright, who's up for killing this thing?
Go for it.
Experience points!
I've never been in this dungeon. Go for it.
Alright, let's go for it. I have battle axe. Let's go for it. Let's try to kill it.
Alright, run it in. Engage.
All right. It does notice as you guys are rushing in with a battle cry and everything else like that. Its first reaction is to sort of back away from you, but you guys can get a first round action on this thing.
All right. Can I swing with a battle axe?
You can swing with whatever you want to swing with.
There's an 11 hit.
An 11 will not hit it. It has got a bit of a chitinous shell to it.
All right, you guys. This thing's a little strong.
Adrian, would you like to attempt to smite this thing?
Yeah, I'm going to flank first, if that's cool.
Sure, go right ahead.
17 to hit.
That'll hit.
8 piercing damage.
It dies in a big blue splut sound, and it's just...
Splork.
You vicious brute, you've killed it.
Another great victory for the light.
Yes.
More for the light. The light will consume you all.
At this point down the road, someone's going to compose a poem about this this great victorious battle. That'd be bad. It's amazing.
Yeah, we probably didn't need to do that, but it's nice to know it's not going to bother us on the way out if we run into trouble.
Right. It's the kind of thing where if we didn't do it and later it bit somebody, we'd be really pissed off at ourselves.
Yeah.
I follow Vladrin.
All right.
Do you want to check this door for traps?
Meladrin, do me a favor really quick. Make me a perception check.
Oh, boy. 14.
14 is enough. From the gaps around the door, it's still dark on the other side, but you're kind of getting this slight whiff of fungus and mold.
Ooh. I will relay that to the party.
Okay.
Do you guys want to keep going this way?
Irena looks up from the fire beetle, which she's plucked off one of its legs and is cramming it into one of her vials.
You have one.
Is she
Sure enough.
fungus?
Irena, do you suspect anything might be wrong if we open this door?
Yes, specifically because the guy who is supposed to have been hanging out in this cave has been researching a type of mold that is known to be quite toxic to everyone. I would avoid all fungus smells at all costs while we're in his domain.
Shall we try to fortify the door so it doesn't get opened by accident?
No. Here, she just takes one of the broken off legs and just puts a big, like, ick or X on the door. There, clear as day.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Don't go in. We will die.
X marks the spot. We go in. Buried treasure.
X marks the spot. I love this.
As Vladrin dies.
Okay.
We'll probably have to go in this room later, but let's leave it for later.
let's maybe not. Yeah, so let's maybe kind of head back over here. And then maybe you'll walk into this room. And what's going on in this room?
This room was empty when you last came in, but you do notice that there's a couple of little beetle tracks tracking blue. Looks like it came from the orc room and the ghoul room in the upper corner. Apparently, there's been some nibbling going on.
All right, let's go maybe over this door and kind of. Do we get any whiffs or anything from this door?
Nope. This one seems pretty much standard. You're not picking up anything that is, fungus or mold.
Valadrin will cautiously try to open the door.
Cool. Make me a strength check.
Let's see here.
While he's trying to open that door, I investigate this door and see if there's anything there.
13.
All right. Make me a perception check. Carrick, make me a perception check. It's a door.
Are you sure, though?
He is relatively certain it's a door.
Let me rattle the handle real quick. Is it really a door?
It is a door.
Okay.
I had a 13 for strength.
All right. You pry open the door, and you get that.
All right.
You see a little bit of hallway that ends at another door and another hallway turned to the south.
Is there anything in the hallway that we can see?
Nope.
I run all the way down there to the door.
He's checking for traps by running.
Yes, I am the Polish mine detector.
If I die, you guys run.
Well, I think that's pretty much evident. Okay.
We should call you Canary instead of Carrick.
Nothing happens to Carrick on his run down the hallway.
Perfect.
Which is a good thing. You see that the hallway goes about 10 feet and turns back west again. And Carrick, I would like you to make me a perception check.
Oh, Jesus. 13.
Okay. You're getting a little whiff of fungus and mold from that door in front of you.
I relate it to Irena and everyone else in the group and let them know that we may not need to open this door either. It might be connected to the other door that we decided not to open.
Yeah, we already decided not to go in, so probably make the same decision here, I guess.
Irena, do you want to mark this door too?
Yep.
Big X.
Big bug icker X on the door.
Is that an X or a plus sign? I can't tell.
Sideways, diagonal, what's going on? Did someone rotate the door? Did someone rotate the door?
So because Valadrin's making a bunch of comments, she's just going to write, no, open, bad. Until the beetle leg just basically turns to crumpled goop.
Wait, do you have any more beetle leg to actually deal with this now?
Yes, at this point, I'm just going to have to throw another beetle in just so he has something else to write with.
I can only do this 6 more times.
I'm running out of
10. I need beetle leg.
Times.
All right, I bypass this door and I come down to here to see what's around the next corner.
Okay. Who's got the light source again? Irena has the light source, right? But
I have dark vision up to 120 feet.
You do.
I have dark vision. I think the only one who doesn't is not here, the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
So the person with the light source is Zeku, who is not here.
Zeku. So you guys are perfectly fine.
Valadrin, you're half elf?
Yeah, I have dark vision as well.
So you have dark vision?
Yeah.
OP. All right.
I think I have dark vision up to 120 feet. I believe it is.
Eventually, they're just going to give every race dark vision except for the humans.
There'll be no need for torches anymore.
Seriously, who the heck needs to carry light sources anymore? Come on.
That's so 2nd edition.
They're eventually going to pull it off.
It's another hallway for Canary to run down.
It is.
I mean Carrick.
Not Canary.
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you anymore, Juan.
I'm off. Here we are.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Carrick, I need a perception check.
Oh, Jesus, 4. I don't like this roll. It is not working well for me.
If you want to roll actual dice, I'll trust you. I don't much care.
Oh, no, I don't think everybody else would trust me. I'm just saying. Especially Valadrin there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
trust issues.
Anyway, Carrick goes down to the door and looks at it and says, "Yep, it's a door." And there aren't any X's, scraped on it or any other warnings.
I mean, you might as well open at that point, I guess.
Well, Valadrin, you're the one that opened doors. I just come over here and check everything out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he runs through hallways. You have to actually pull the handle.
All right. I'll swap. I'll come join you in the spot. And
All right, Valadrin, then I need a perception check from you.
oh, excellent. 15.
15 is good. You get 2 things. First, you do smell that fungus and mold smell again, and you hear what sounds like clomping, like a horse foot clomping on stone.
Well, this door doesn't have an X on it, so I'm going to open it.
Irena gives a half-hearted, no, don't do it.
You realize that you can't argue that logic. It doesn't have an X on it, Irena.
I mean,
Valadrin, what are you doing? What's happening last time you open doors?
Okay. I will need a strength check from you, sir.
6.
Okay, so you go, oomph! It does not open easily. It's kind of stuck. Like the wood itself seems to have warped and swelled a little bit in the moisture.
I think that's a sign. Maybe we shouldn't go in.
I love this plan. Quick, get the bug leg. X this door.
You have 10 seconds to X this door. I'm trying again.
All right, hold on. I've got something not a bug leg. I've got chalk. I'll chalk this door. Big X.
Oh.
Don't open. Still dangerous, even though not Icker from Insect.
Tom now knows how to prevent us from going through any door in this game. Just
If the door says
on the other side.
If the door says do not open.
I love this plan. I'm just going to do that from every room now. I'm just going to
Yeah, if we ever find a door with an X on it, nope.
Fair enough.
All right, so maybe head back and kind of go over towards this door.
Yep. Last time Carrick looked at it, it was a door.
How does it smell and sound?
Quiet and no smell.
I will try to open the door.
All right. This one's a little bit easier to do. It opens on its own. It doesn't seem to be swelled from any sort of moisture. And you get a hallway that turns north.
I ran down the hallway. I see what's there.
Apparently YOLO is just
it
the way
was
to
so
go.
fast. I couldn't even make a joke.
YOLO!
Oh, another hallway? Okay.
Zip.
All right. Making good progress here. I'm liking this. This is very efficient. What could go wrong?
I love this plan.
Oh,
He runs into the wall.
Oh, through the wall, jeez.
Derek slams into the wall.
all right. What's your next character going to be?
Wait, we didn't know Carrick could run that fast to hurt himself running into the wall.
Seriously.
Hey.
Carrick just decides to say screw it and run headlong into a wall.
Someone called my name. I looked back. Sorry.
A
is
pit
that-
trap could never kill a normal adventurer, they said. Who would be dumb enough to just run down the hallway, they said.
You guys are getting somebody in the party will pick up a little bit of fungus and mold coming from the south.
Wait, Carrick, stop.
Okay, I won't run. Where do I need to go?
It's a very slight amount, and it's not like we're opening a door. I suggest we actually go investigate this one.
It is a very slight amount.
Can we hear anything?
All right, what do I see?
I love it.
All right, Carrick, you see that it basically goes to 2 dead ends. At both dead ends, there is a slimy fungus that is sort of like coating the walls. Make me a perception check, please.
It's getting worse.
Wow.
Natural 1.
Right?
It's going down by half every time.
I see nothing.
You're gonna
All
roll a
you
25
see is walls covered with this slimy stuff.
Hey guys, there's walls down here covered with slimy stuff. Can someone check it out?
What color is the slimy stuff?
It
I don't
is.
know.
It is a.
Sorry, Tom, I missed it. Was it green something?
It is green and brown combo, sort of a mix.
It looks like what Valadrin threw up last time we were here.
It's
Sorry,
kind of
guys.
bad, but it doesn't have a super overpowering odor to it. If anyone has knowledge engineering, you can make a roll.
Nope, just medicine.
Is dungeoneering a thing?
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I don't actually know.
It was in Pathfinder. Let me double. I believe it is still in 5.
It's not one of the
It's like-
skills.
I would say it's not a skill, but something different.
Well, then tell you what, I'll just be nice and I'll give it to the dwarf, because we're going to racially profile the dwarf.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
it's not
We
me.
are streaming
It
this,
is not
Tom.
me. It is not me. Yes. Awesome.
For once, the drow's not racially profiled.
The drow is not being racially profiled. Okay. The substance on the wall is just a regular underground dwelling mold and fungus. It's not dangerous. It's just a regular stuff.
It's regular stuff.
I've
I've seen this stuff before.
Yeah, it's along the lines like, you know, when you walk in a forest and you see moss growing on a tree and you just go, yeah, it's moss.
We put this in our tea. It's great.
Effectively, yes. You sprinkle it on your breakfast cereal.
Mhm. Spread it on a scone. It's great. Here, let me lick the wall.
Lick that wall.
Irena makes note. Dwarves eat scones.
All right, maybe head out this way. Anything in this room?
Nature would probably have been the another option too. Sorry, nature would have worked.
Okay.
Um,
Nature or dwarf?
Yeah. One of you will at some point make the perception check since Carrick went and got a natural 1. You saw that on the walls around this stuff there were clear and obvious marks of scraping on the stone.
See, somebody's
Like-
putting it on their scones.
I was gonna say, like, somebody collected some.
Looks like somebody was collecting it.
Okay.
Do you want to take any, Irena?
Well, it is kind of what I do. I'll fill up one vial with the dwarven scone fungus.
Fair enough. We'll call it fungus butter. Goes good on toast.
Fungus butter. Got it.
All right. So you guys are looking at that other door.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds or smells?
Nothing on either case.
I will attempt to open the door.
Opens fairly easily. And you see a passage going to the south and then turning east.
I will move aside.
Carrick just decides.
And Carrick runs all the way down. Hey guys, the hallway's clear. Keep coming.
This is great.
Carrick is
take
just loving this
I
whole
would
thing.
take into account the fact that Carrick can see 120 feet in dark vision. That's
So
the
you
reason.
can see 120 feet?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You get to a door on the north wall, and passage continues south.
It should be noted that if I see Carrick die, I will stop following him.
That's
just-
always
I go to
I
where
just
the
want to
door.
put that out there.
I go to where the
That's my
door is
hell
in the
action.
passage and see what's there.
that's always a good strategy. If you see Carrick die, stop.
Isn't that what we always done? If Carrick, if I die somehow, we just always stop.
Well, sort of.
You don't go that direction anymore. All right, there's a door here. There's another passageway.
Carrick, I need a perception check from you, sir.
Oh Jesus! 7.
7, it's a door.
All right, I will move down here to see what's down this other passageway. Someone else can check the door if you guys want to.
Someone
Hey guys,
else,
there's a door here.
someone else can check the door.
All right, I noticed there was a door there. That's all I noticed.
I'll check the
Irena,
door.
make me a perception check.
Perception is plus wisdom, which is 3. So.
Eh?
No, Matt.
My inability to type. There we go.
Yep, it's a door.
It's a door. Should I open it?
Yes.
I
Does it have an
attempt,
X on it?
I attempt to open the door.
Okay, it seems to have been it's a little warped and a little swollen.
I need to
You
roll
need
a strength check.
A strength check.
This door is wet.
It is.
My strength is a whopping +0.
You could do it.
I am the very
28.
best. I'm gonna roll a 1. No, 16. That's pretty good.
You are awesome. You successfully open up the door.
Does it swing in or pull out?
It pushes in. Ah,
Come on,
yes.
Phil.
I'm so glad it didn't pull out. I throw the door in.
Fair enough.
What do I see?
What's your dark vision range?
Push it in.
60 feet.
60 feet.
I have 120. I'm standing behind him.
Okay. Well, you'll see pretty much the whole thing, I think. All right. So,
I have it that dark vision says you can see in dim light within 60 feet of you as if it were bright light, and in
And within-
darkness as if it were dim light.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's still only 60
but-
feet. But
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say with that, it just means I can see up to 120 feet with dim light, basically. That's also my understanding of it.
okay.
Whoa.
So, Irena, when you do this, the one thing which you are noticing is that the room itself is pretty much dominated by very large mushrooms, various shapes and sizes. These are like Alice in Wonderland size mushrooms. They're huge. None of them are reacting to your approach, shall we say? But there's a few other smaller mushrooms and molds that are sort of like growing on the ground, but most of this looks to be like a giant farm, for lack of a better phrase.
Do I see anything moving?
It is. Yes, you actually do see something move.
Okay.
If we start a fire down here, will we die?
All right. As you bust the door open, okay, you see something levitate. It is not on the ground. It is levitating, and it moves a little bit into the corner, like there.
What does it look like?
It's kind of a difficult thing to describe. It kind of looks like a pillow with a bunch of dangly tentacles beneath it, a couple of eye stalks above it. It is sort of soft and pink in color. You guys, if you wish, make me a nature roll.
Can I do it untrained?
Not really.
How
What
about?
roll?
Actually, hold on. Arcana would probably be a good choice as well.
Just about to
It's
say.
just
How
the-
about
it's-
Arcana?
Wait, what was the first one you said?
Nature. This thing is actually more of a unusual critter.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. As you are looking at it, by the way, it changes color. It sort of changes color from its pink to like a yellowish color. Seems to change color as you walked in. This critter is called a flump.
Is this from Order of the Stick?
No, it's an actual critter. D&D 5 brought it back.
That's amazing. Wow, Carrick got a natural 20 on that.
I know. Carrick knows what these things are.
Carrick, is a flump something we need to be concerned about? Is it dangerous?
It is. It's. Carrick will basically tell you that these things are, for the most part, friendly. They're willing to communicate and talk to things. They're not overly hostile. They are a dweller of the Underdark, but for the most part, they're not a menace.
That's good news. Who would like to attempt to communicate with the Underdark jellyfish?
What is their method of communication, first and foremost? Do we know
Telepathic.
that? Okay.
These things don't speak. They just sort of give off thoughts.
How close do you have to be for them to actually read your thoughts or give you thoughts?
60 feet.
I'm going to cautiously step into the room and investigate the giant fungus.
Well, I was gonna say I'm 60 feet from them. I'm trying to decide whether I can hear anything from it,
Okay.
or if should I do a
I'm game. I'll go mind meld with it.
Mind meld with the jellyfish.
So which one's the jellyfish thing?
The tiny little one up in the corner.
Ah, fantastic. Here we go.
Okay, as you rush in that direction,
I walk cautiously.
All right, as you walk cautiously in that direction, it tries to sort of get away from you.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's got a thing against dwarves. I don't know.
It's afraid of you.
Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, boy.
If it's
Are
telepathic...
you going to make some attempt to be diplomatic?
I guess.
And I'll
As
roll.
much as a dwarf can be.
As much as you
oh
can.
Jesus!
Give
That's
me
a
a
lot.
diplomacy
Oh,
roll.
sweet zombie Jesus.
And there goes everything.
We're not racist, we swear, internet. It's fine. It's fine.
Sure, Elijah.
We're totally not racist against completely made up races.
Look, this is a fungus. We gotta be true to everyone. Okay? Make sure everyone feels accounted for. Everyone has to have a voice. Oh,
2, nice.
At 2. So your attempt to go, come here, boy, and it's moving further away from you. I think it's afraid of you. It is presently now hovering over one of these big mushrooms.
I'd like to telepathically ask it, like, if it is trapped here.
I'll need a persuasion from you.
Persuasion.
Yep.
6 plus 5. Oh, so 11.
11. Its color changes a little bit. It's no longer bright yellow. It's more like a pale yellow. No, not trapped. This is home.
Okay, should we leave the doors closed, or would you like them open?
Either are fine. I get by without them. Without the door.
Are there any other exits around here? Is there anything else in here that we need to be worried about?
There are many things that you should worry about. Things that will want to hurt you.
Uh-oh.
As in,
I have seen many things. Large people, large reptiles.
Big dwarves who say, "Here, boy."
reptiles of. Can you describe the reptiles that you saw?
Reptiles. They were. They had 4 legs. They were quite large. They had a sticky tongue.
Okay, in this room that you have here, that you feel safe and comfortable in, was this room created for you, or was this room already here?
This room was already here.
So they bypassed this room and didn't do anything to it.
Well, they haven't had a need to come in. They have found their own home in this place.
Do you know why some of the creature's blood is blue.
No.
Did you see any humans that look kind of like us?
No.
When was the last time you saw any humans or anybody else enter this room?
No one else walked into this room. I've only been here a short time myself.
How long is a short time?
My whole life.
Shall we exit this room, you guys, and leave this room as is? And put a big X on this door too?
I'd like to see what's over by the other doors, but yeah, I'm fine leaving this room alone, and I don't want to harm this being or anything.
Is there anything you would like from us, Mr. Flump?
Just leave me alone. I'll be fine. He seems to... His color's now getting back to pink.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that.
No problem. Thank you for the help.
He comes out.
We appreciate not being attacked.
By the jellyfish of the underground?
Yes.
I like your tentacles.
All right. We're going to go through your room if that's okay. Not like explore it. We're going to walk through it to the other side.
Go ahead.
I want to see what's in these doors. One of these is not a door, Tom. What is this? Is this like an archway?
It's an archway.
Okay, I'm going to peer through the archway.
And you see that you have... Oops. Come on. There we go. Ah.
What's in this back little hallway? Anything, or is it just...
In that back little hallway are a couple of jars. Looks to be collection of spores.
Hey, Irena, I found some shit.
No shit, really? I'm standing right behind you. Are any of them labeled?
No. But they are about the size of maybe a gallon sized jar. They're made out of clay. They do have lids on them. And it's not like, the stuff kicked off this big cloud of nastiness when you crack them open. It looks like somebody was collecting the spores from these giant mushrooms.
And by somebody, you of course mean Irena.
Is there any other way out of this room, out of this area, other than the way we came in, the two doors?
Not that I know.
But if the entity said that they have not seen anyone come in here, then how long does it look that this has been sitting undisturbed?
How long has it been sitting undisturbed with the dust and everything?
How long does it look like it's been sitting undisturbed?
Probably a few weeks.
Maybe flumps don't live long.
I think that's a question we need to figure out.
Or maybe it's a little flump.
Well, the one thing, let's see, Carrick, you got a natural 20, I believe, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. First things first, you almost never see these things as a single entity. They're usually in a cluster. Considering, calling them jellyfish is probably not a bad analogy. You almost never see one of them by themselves. And as far as the typical lifespan of one, they tend to live somewhat long natural lives so long as they can avoid predators. But this one does seem to be fully grown. It just seems to have only been here a short time.
I relay that information to everyone else and let them take their own ideas and how to think about this.
Carrick knows about these things. Knows about these jellyfish.
Yeah, that was the whole reason of wanting to figure out what was behind these doors and whatnot, and understand whether or not when the last time someone was here.
Yep.
Interesting. I'll ask the flump. Were you born in this room?
No, I was born in lower levels. I wandered up here.
Okay.
How long have you been in this room?
My whole life.
Minus the time you wandered up here.
Yes.
And you wandered up here shortly after you were born.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a concept of time?
It is difficult to tell time when you cannot see the sun.
Well, how do you know about the sun, though? If you were born here, how do you know about the sun?
You've seen it.
I thought I felt a little probe in my head earlier.
Well, yes, we're just like going.
So since you've seen that I know about the sun and I know about time,
I'm also
Are-
curious about these waffles you think of.
are you? Look, these chicken and waffles you'll find out about later. But anyways, I want to know if can you, from the concept of time that I know about and the others around me know about, can you decipher how much time you've been in this room?
He will. I'll try. Let's make a quick intelligence roll for this critter. Natural one.
Jesus.
10,000 years.
I've been
No.
in here one lifetime.
So after your question, now all I'm thinking about is
Waffles. How long does it take to make one waffle? I have done.
Can I
this
count the rings on his tentacles?
6,000.
I would love. I'm
Can someone touch him?
waffle is.
Can someone touch him and figure out something else? Is there anything that can give us any information on how long this room has been closed? Anything like that?
There are some things that live to the south. I think they have been here longer than I have.
Are they evil?
Will they
they're
kill
not.
us?
They're not very pleasant, but they didn't do me any harm.
But you can fly.
We. Irena's basically done with the spectral jellyfish. I don't believe it can help us any more than it already has, and frankly, it hasn't. So.
Can someone close the door as we leave?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Thank you,
close the door.
Mr. Jellyfish.
Bye, Mr. Flump.
Waffles.
Waffles. Indeed. Mental note, return with waffles. Alright. I give this door a good sniff.
Okay. And your perception is
It is a doodly doop.
doodly doo.
Ooh.
Ooh,
All right.
it's a good
You do
one.
not. You do not smell fungus, but you do smell something sour. Something on the like acidic.
I relay this information that there's a acidic smell in the room. It reminds me of a bad tiefling food.
Wow.
Bad waffles.
Yeah, bad waffles. It
Sure,
reminds
no,
me of oozes or acid, brimstone. And then I open the door.
Well, you should.
Do I need to make a strength
Alright.
check on this?
No, actually, this door opens up fairly easily,
Squeaky.
and you see a good-sized room in front of you.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Now,
Karen, don't run in the room. It's Joanna's cube.
Eric, would you like to read?
I prevent Carrick from running in the room.
Okay.
I mom-armed the shit out of him.
First off, you do in fact see the big thing in the middle.
Is that a gelatinous glob?
Now, you notice, you guys do know one thing about gelatinous cubes. They're usually really, really hard to spot.
Yeah.
They're almost entirely transparent, and they are often, catching dungeon goers by surprise. This one's not transparent. It's got a bluish tint to it. But as soon as you open up the door, you see this thing. You could tell that there are some remnants of fungus and mold that have apparently been filling up the room, but this thing seems to have, scooped up an awful lot of it. However, as soon as you opened up the door, I'm going to want initiative because this thing's going to want to respond to your presence.
Oh, no. Battle stations.
Battle station. We have 6 for Bob. We have a 19 for Carrick. 16 for Valadrin. You got a 19. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All righty. Well, you guys are certainly going before it.
Irene, do you want to close the door?
I was thinking about that.
Tom, there appear to be some like workstations here. Can I get a quick glimpse of those, or are they hidden?
They are, well, you can see that there's some furniture in there, but if you want to sort of dash in really quick and dash back out, you certainly can.
Well, Valadrin gets to go first, and he's likely to run in there screaming about the light and attack it with a pick. So I'm gonna wait and see what he does first.
I close the door.
Valadrin closes the door. No running in for you.
Irena goes, "Hey!" No, that's probably all right.
No.
Okay, and that's the only thing in this hallway?
That's the only thing that you saw in the room. You cracked the door open really quick. You saw this thing. You saw what looked like a couple of workstations, and then you went, "Oop! I'm closing the door again."
Okay, so regroup time. Do we want to?
Do we want to die? That's the
I
question.
know we only got a quick look in that room, but there were a couple doorways. It looks like. I don't know if there's any other way to get to them. So if we want to get to them, we might have to go through here. But we could also go back, explore some of the other doors first.
Do we know how to kill the gelatinous cube that we saw?
Yes, you hit it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm asking as teammates, do we know a quick way of killing it without dying?
Don't
And being consumed by it.
Don't like
That's the hard part.
Run into it. That's the main thing. If you
We
could,
can't run through it. We can't run through it.
if you
I
can
mean,
keep
my-
it up
we
as a
did
distance.
In Redcon, Carrick's immediately, in first YOLO right into the room. Like, yeah, okay, by the way, you saw this thing after you ran.
Carrick, that's
Yeah,
not a
That's why I
table.
ran out. That's why I ran
It
out.
already consumed your body. Yeah.
No, I ran in and ran out. It's not that quick. I don't think.
Keep it at a distance and hit it with stuff. That's the main thing that I would say.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of in agreement with Valadrin. We could probably go to a different room first. There's other places here. We know this one is filled with danger. And I'm sure everybody noticed that it was blue. A, gelatinous cubes are not blue. And B, all of the things in this fucking dungeon, except for that gloop, Mr. Floop,
It's blue.
are blue.
Yeah.
I think they're eating some sort of fungus that's turning them all blue. That's just my guess. And then, and she's saying this as she's walking through the hallway toward one of the other doors.
All right.
I was like, Irena, I can barely hear you. I'm walking away.
All right, now, Irena, that's the door where you smelled fungus and mold, and you also heard some clomping that sounded. It sounded like a horse clomping on stone.
That's right. And she grabs Valadrin and puts him in front of the door.
Oh, by the way, Valadrin, there's a big X on this door, and it says, "Don't go in."
Before she does that, she rubs it with her hand a bit, like to smear it.
First of all, Irena, I don't know if I've told you this. You have a very firm grasp.
It's part of my parentage.
Second, yeah, I'm going to try again to bash this door open.
Inappropriate workplace touching.
There's no such thing as a
7.
place.
A 7, it does not give. Boom.
I touch Irena back and I swap places with her.
You or someone else needs a 10 on your strength check.
Okay.
I'll try to open the door.
We'll let Carrick do it, yeah.
Christ, where the hell did Valadrin go? I don't even see him anymore.
I'm on top of Irena.
21.
The door opens.
Oh, geez.
Yay!
And Carrick dies.
Inside there is a centaur.
You're not dying, you big baby.
Oh, I'm not Zeku. Okay, good.
You big baby. All right.
If you don't run in, I'll be disappointed.
All
Let's see how
right.
big this room is first.
That's what you see when you crack the door open.
Oh man.
More of these very large mushrooms that pretty much dominate the room.
They didn't seem to hurt us last time, so I'll move in.
I'm still having PTSD over the orc thing, so I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Well, Carrick will get a good glimpse of everything, including around the corner.
A gelatinous cube.
No.
With hooves?
Oh, geez.
Oh, fuck!
Ooh.
I'm gonna need initiatives now, boys and girls.
Ooh.
Beat the initiative, or I'm closing the door.
Okay, so here's what we do: we run away, we lure him into the gelatinous cube, they kill each other, profit. 12 for me.
Spoken like a true paladin. Ooh.
And Carrick, your initiative?
My initiative was a 10.
Is a 10. All right. This thing does, in fact, look pretty much like your standard Minotaur. Complete with a really big-ass axe.
Great.
All right.
Is that a big ass axe or
It
big
is.
ass axe?
And I have a natural 20 for my initiative. All righty.
Oh, fuck, so did I, though.
But
Unfortunately.
that's okay, because I work faster than Carrick. All right.
And I'm pretty sure you're...
So on 21, Irena, you basically, Carrick yells YOLO, runs into the room, and then he turns around, his face kind of goes, and he says Minotaur. You don't see it from where you presently are, but he says Minotaur.
Fuck. Because my initial reaction would be, I beat Carrick's initiative. Close door.
You can still do that.
I can, but although she's pretty much heartless, she's not disloyal. So, no, Irena's going to go into the room, tilt her head, look around the corner, see the giant Minotaur, go, oh, fuck, it is a Minotaur. Take the rest of her move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get to here with my 6 squares, 30-foot movement.
Okay.
Duck down into the corner there, hoping that the Minotaur can't get to me because he's big and huge and there's a lot of shit in the way.
Now, mind you, even though the mushroom takes up all 4 squares, remember that it's got the stem and the cap.
Yeah.
So you can actually occupy any of those 4 squares.
Okay. I'm mostly interested in not being the Minotaur's favorite target.
All right.
I could try to put it to sleep, but I'm assuming...
You become favorite target then.
Well, no, I'm assuming that it's a big fucking Minotaur and it has lots of hit points. I don't
Oh, it has a lot.
It's not that big.
Well, Tom just said yes, it has a lot of hit points.
No, Tom lied.
I don't like this. I've got 5 spells prepared. Let's Ray of Sickness.
Ray of Sickness.
Ray of Sickness on the Minotaur. And I go, Carrick, look out! It's a Minotaur!
19 points of poison.
Holy shit!
Good job.
Holy crap, what?
That's a natural 20. That's a natural 20 on the
20.
roll. A 10 and a 9 on the poison.
A max and a max -1.
And that is not including the crit damage.
Holy cow.
What do you get for critting in a spell?
You roll your damage die twice before you add whatever modifiers you have.
So I get to roll 2d10 again?
Oh, if it's a spell? I guess so, yeah.
Yep.
Holy fucking
Yeah.
shit, I'm going to burn this thing's face off.
Please
Holy
do.
cow.
2d10 additional damage.
So you did a
Better
grand,
than average.
so you did a
31.
grand total of 31 points.
Oh, that is
Yes, with a green bubbling ray strikes it in the face.
That is impressive.
It is very impressive. It's a highlight reel at the end of the movie kind of a thing. That's really nice.
Pew pew.
All right. All right.
I'm unfortunately the target.
Oh,
You're about to see what happens when Irena takes 30
back and
points
forth,
of
you
damage.
also happen to have a 20. You saw Irena run into the room. Everything is around corners. You've heard Minotaur, but you don't actually see one. Back and forth runs in.
I guess I will Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
Sure. Make a deck save or take 3 damage.
Alrighty.
Oh shit! I forgot that the Oh, you did roll your con save, didn't you?
Take 3 damage.
Tom, your D20 was for your con save,
Yes.
so it's poisoned until the next turn as well. Fantastic.
Yes. All right. Did you want to? Was that all of your move, Bob, or would you like to move any further?
That was my full distance from where I was.
All right. On its turn. Now, poisoned, I believe it is still capable of doing actions. It just takes damage next round, right?
Oh no! I'm reading something. Apparently it's D8, not D10.
Did you screw up the damage?
I did screw up the damage. I must have screwed it up when I built the macro.
Oh, well.
Oh,
So, roll 48 instead of 40-10.
a poopy. It's gonna go from like 32 to like 7.
I appreciate your honesty, though.
Yeah.
And you're streaming this, so everyone is going to appreciate your
I don't
honesty.
think anyone recognizes the system, so they're probably like, yeah, 2D10, that sounds right.
All right.
I'm gonna modify that macro. Oh yeah, look at all those low numbers.
Well, you still rolled max and max -1.
True.
Yeah.
Pretty much average. The 8 and 1 roll cancel, and the 7 and 2 kind of cancel.
Okay, so he's still poisoned. I believe that still means he's going to take damage next round, right?
The poisoned actually affects what he's able to do. Let me look it up while you continue.
Fair enough, because basically he's going to move towards Bagaforth. He is the closest target, and probably attempt to lock.
I believe it's disadvantage on his attack roll.
All right, let me do a quick look.
Yep, I'm pulling it open myself here as well.
Poisoned. Yes.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's all it does.
That's a good thing, however. Disadvantage is a good thing. All right. So he comes over to the dwarf and is going to take a swing at him.
Come on, I only did 3 damage.
But you're the closest one. If Irena was still standing there, then I would go after Irena.
Tank, tank, tank.
All right. Since the first one missed, I'm assuming there's no point in rolling a second one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming an 8 will miss you.
Yep.
Okay. It swung its big axe and it missed. All right. Carrick. Oh no, Carrick is at a 10. Sorry. Valadrin. Valadrin is at a 12.
Gonna run in, and oops, I want to go there.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to war pick. Ooh, 10 to hit.
10 misses.
Okay.
Carrick.
I am going to flank him. And going to attack. With a
Okay.
13 hit.
With the
Battle axe.
remember, with flanking you get advantage, so you roll twice.
16.
Nice.
The 16 will hit. Roll damage.
4.
You brute. It is not dead. Irena.
All right. The ray of sickness seemed to work pretty well against it. I don't know how long it's poisoned for. I'll check.
I'm assuming he probably has to make a save each time.
Nope, until the end of my next turn. So at the end of this turn, he is no longer poisoned.
Gotcha.
I do not want to see what happens when one of you guys gets hit with that max axe. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to Ray of Sickness him again. This time with the corrected macro using the correct dice.
Gotcha.
It looks like a miss, though.
That is a miss.
Yep. Boom, I hit the wall. Fucking
All right.
4 damage instead of, fucking 18.
Bag of forth.
Well, he's right in front of me, so I'll just swing with my warhammer.
All right.
You get flanking too.
You get advantage because you have flanking.
All right, so that one didn't work. I'm gonna roll the same macro again, but I'll use the 7 damage if it succeeds.
Fair enough.
18 for 7.
7 damage it is.
Yay.
Oh, and by the way, this guy has blue blood.
Ah, we were going to ask.
Yep. As you are cutting into this giant critter, it is bleeding blue. All right, its turn. It is no longer poisoned. All right. Unfortunately, it also lost the advantage. All Minotaurs, the first round, they start off with advantage, so that it wipes off the disadvantage.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, but I still rolled a 2. All right, I think we're gonna go for. Let's see. We'll go for Valadrin.
Bring it for the light. I forgot what way AC was. Okay.
It's going to be really important in about 4 seconds.
We'll find out about it.
Oh god, it's not important! You're fucked!
I'm sorry, Valadrin.
I'm getting out of vials.
Is that a nat 20?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yeah, it misses me. I say.
Okay.
No, that obviously hits.
Yes, it does. Okay. Ouch. This is gonna hurt. Okay.
Crap.
I ready my healing spells.
I have
Yeah, you
one
can-
empty vial left to
Right.
put pieces of
Now,
Valadrin
if
in.
memory-
I have 2
I
healing potions.
doubled the dice, not the modifier.
Correct. Yeah.
Jesus.
All right.
You're gonna
Double the
get
dice, but then you just get your modifier once at the end.
destroyed.
Fair enough.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh,
Sweet son
Bye,
of
bye.
Jesus.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Valadrin.
So
Are you still alive?
I don't know. Okay. So how does death work? If you take
All right. You're presently
Take
at.
twice your health. Are you automatically dead?
Yes. How many hit points do?
okay, I have 20 hit points, so that is almost double my health, but not
Right.
quite.
Okay. So you are not dead. You are at 0 hit points. Okay. And basically, you now have 5 rounds with which to either make 3 stabilize rolls or fail 3.
Yeah, and if you hit me, it's an auto fail, I think.
It's an auto. It counts as an auto fail. However, with one big shot, your paladin goes. "Ugh."
Let me quickly read. I might be dead. Let me read that. But keep going.
I might be dead.
All right.
Wow. Instant death. Let's read about that.
About his death.
That's never good. Well, Valadrin
Okay,
decides.
so when damage reduces you to 0 hit points and there is damage remaining,
Yes.
you die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum. So you almost killed me. If you'd done like 3 more points of damage, you would have killed me.
It was in
Well,
the
that's
realm
kind
of
of fortunate
possibility.
I didn't do it then.
Whew! But I'm still alive barely. Wow. Okay, that's crazy.
However, this also makes the highlight reel at the end of the movie.
Oh, of course.
And it's going to be one of those, stories that people are going to tell fondly. Remember that time that Minotaur almost like cut you into 3 pieces all at one shot? That was really awesome. All right. Carrick, it is. Oh, sorry. Jaden, Valadrin's turn. I need you to make that first stabilize or not.
And I just do a d20, right?
It's just a straight.
Oh, it's a natural one.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
We have a failure on Valadrin.
That's funny.
Do you
Okay.
really fucking fail if it's a natural one, or
Hold a moment.
All right, I put a little health bar thing above me, so I've got 1 out of 3 death.
because I have
All right.
I have this tickle in my brain that says if you roll a 1, it's worth 2.
I know.
Oh, That could be. Let's see.
Yep.
Because I know if you roll a 20, you stabilize with a hit point.
Yep. If you roll a natural 1, I believe, yeah, it counts as 2. Let me double check.
It's okay. I'm gonna heal you next turn, so you don't have to
When
worry
you make
about
a death saving throw and roll a 1, it counts as 2 failures. If you roll a 20, you regain 1 hit point.
Okay, so fair enough. That's 2 failures for Valadrin.
Wow.
Awesome.
So he dies soon.
Carrick, it is your turn.
I attack the Minotaur.
All right, you have
A
advantage.
10 doesn't. Oh wait.
advantage.
You have advantage.
20.
Yay!
That will definitely hit. Roll damage.
9.
9 points of damage.
It does not drop, obviously.
It is at 40. It has taken 42 points of damage. It is not dead yet.
Oh Jesus.
All right, back to the top. Irena, you see Valadrin spurting blood in slow motion.
So Arena's hand is still outstretched from where she cast the spell last round, and she's just holding it there with her mouth open. She basically just watched Valadrin's head roll across the room.
It's still attached. Come on.
And she,
I'm decapitated but alive somehow. I don't get it.
Ray of Sickness.
Yes.
It's just a flesh wound.
Put your head back on.
Death becomes him. That's what
It is
it's
just
basically
flesh
death
wounds.
becomes him.
I cast a 3rd Ray of Sickness on this thing.
On me or on him?
Yeah. Well, obviously not you. I'm going
Put me
to
out of my
miss, though.
misery.
It's a
A
10.
10 misses.
Shit, that's my last 3rd level spell. Or first level spell, sorry. Miss. It's going to be nothing but ghost hand from now.
Vagaforth, there are chunks of elf next to you.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Preserve Life. Distribute 10 HP among any creatures within 30 feet. Each can be restored at most half their HP, max HP. So all 10 to Valadrin.
Valadrin, you're back up to positive 10.
Guys, what the hell just happened?
All right.
What
The
the hell just happened?
The Minotaur is going to take its shot on the dwarf.
Protection.
Are you sure you want to do that?
You're on the ground. I don't know if you can actually throw protection at him.
Oh,
You're
let's
not really in a position to throw your shield in the way.
Well, it says when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage. But I understand
because of the fact that I nearly chopped you into pieces.
Yeah, like that's true. I mean, yeah.
I'll be nice. I'm assuming a 14 misses.
14 misses.
All right, so no point in rolling the second time.
Sweet.
He swung. Valadrin, used his newfound second life and went, "I'll protect you," and did so successfully. Valadrin, it is your turn.
I am so in pain right now.
Yes, you have a migraine and then some.
So I'm prone, right?
Arena goes, that looks like it hurt.
Yes,
Am
you
I
are.
able to stand up safely?
Yes,
It takes like half my move or something, right?
I believe so.
Okay, and then I'll just use the rest of my move to get over here.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna attack this guy again. Or
Go
attack
for it.
him, I guess.
Now, you're not getting advantage because you're not currently flanking.
Yeah. 17 to hit.
That definitely hits.
7 piercing damage.
And he takes it. He's up to 49. He is not dead quite yet.
And I'm just gonna stay here and pray that I see the light of day.
All right, Carrick. You do have advantage over this thing.
So this time I am going to attack, but also do action surge as well. So I get basically a second action afterwards. So I will attack him.
Okay.
And does 18 hit?
The 18 hits.
3 points of damage.
All right.
And let's attack him again. 14.
14 hits.
3.
You brute.
You brute.
So now he's coming after me next.
14 hits. All right. Irena.
So having blown my biggest spells on this thing, I'm going to resort to my classic. And a spectral ghostly hand bursts from her hand and starts grabbing at this thing, trying to drag it into the underworld. Embrace death!
Nice.
Yes.
For a point of damage.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
1 point is more than nothing.
1 tickly point of necrotic.
All right. Megaforth.
We will continue to heal Valadrin.
Okay.
10 points. You're full.
Woo!
So you look at that, and you thought you were going to die. The Minotaur will take a swing at Carrick.
Protection.
Protection. Does a 15 hit you?
Yes, a 15 hits me.
All right, let's try that again then. Will an 11 hit you?
No, the 11 does not hit me.
The protection is saved.
Woo.
Thank you for protection.
Unuseful.
Valadrin, it is your turn.
I will just try to attack again.
Go for it.
18. 7 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. 63, it is not dead.
Wow. I will stay where I am.
Can I take a 5-foot move without him actually moving something so I can still flank him with Valadrin?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's a 15 hit.
Yes.
6 points of damage.
All right. Not dead yet. Irena.
She continues to control the ghostly hand as it attempts to find some sort of wound in the creature's body and jam its fingers in.
That will not hit.
Nope, it can't find one.
Bagaforth.
It can't find a hole.
Giggity.
All right.
Wait.
Everybody is full health. So I will...
What is with you?
Miss.
I'm telling you, Juan, you should just write children's books and get it over with.
You can join my Hallmark card company.
All right. You unfortunately miss. Its turn. It is going to swing at Carrick. Carrick, I believe, is a little far away from Valadrin, so you are not getting protected.
Correct.
However, I rolled crap.
Nice.
An 8 misses.
This thing is doing crappy for me, too.
Plus
I got one
6.
lucky shot at
Wow.
Valadrin. Valadrin, it is your turn.
Ooh, I have advantage.
You do have advantage on this
Attack,
thing.
attack.
Well,
Oh,
you
was
do
I
fi-
flanking?
You do 5 points of damage.
No, I was flanking.
All right, and then I will move. I will move here. And I am done.
All right.
For the light!
Carrick, it is your turn. You are no longer flanking.
I will attack.
Okay.
17.
Will hit.
8 points of damage.
It drops.
Woo!
Nice.
And there is some rejoicing.
No one died. No one died. We're good. Zeku did
Bad
not
crit,
die.
man.
I'm pretty sure
Bad.
Valadrin saw the light for a little bit.
I
Yeah.
did.
Valadrin actually saw his deity going, come on, a couple more steps. You're almost here.
Almost insta kill by 3 hit points. That was crazy.
Give me a hug.
Stop whining, you big girl.
It was just 4d12 damage. Suck it up, pansy.
Seriously, suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah. You're fine. Look at you.
Seriously, do you think
man.
Stu would show you any sort of kindness or mercy if he was here?
Oh,
Nope.
my lord. He'd be like,
No, I
a
love it.
kobold stabbed me in the
almost
eye and I
kinda wish they had
died.
That would have been.
Stu would just be over here basically, griping the same way.
Oh, my God. Please,
Anyway.
Stu would have been like, we're going to die as soon as we walked into the room with the flump.
Yes, he would have. But, okay. You have similarly a wide assortment of large mushrooms, a few smaller ones. Irena, in the corner, you see a alchemist lab that has basically been set up in this room. Just by giving it a quick glance, it looks like it's doing an awful lot of processes on the spores, and also like a little bit of the fungus and mushrooms itself. Give me a medicine check.
I have medicine.
You do.
I will roll for that.
Okay. It's kind of difficult to tell exactly. It looks like there's a number of things that could be used medicinally. It doesn't look like they're finished.
So this is the
So-
stuff on the table here?
Yeah.
Okay. Like herbs or just mushrooms or...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, if it wasn't if it wasn't for the Minotaur, you'd probably would actually like all of the various herbs and medicines that could generally be produced from this stuff.
While the team is searching, I'm just going to kind of go over here and
Is
kneel and meditate and think about my life choices for a few minutes.
Always.
I just need to
one ways
regroup,
of happy.
man.
I was gonna say, is there any as we move around, is like there any other openings or anything like that in the room or anything like that, or is this just the entire room?
That's the room.
Okay.
So I'm gonna replenish my stock of any like herbs that I recognize that I keep on me.
Easily done.
So I'm just gonna pick a few things. Anything I don't recognize, I'm gonna study for a minute or two. But
Does
basically,
anything look pretty, Irena?
What's that?
I was gonna ask if Irena if anything looks pretty.
she just glares at him for a couple seconds, and then goes back, just wordlessly. So without anything that directly involves this fungus or the plague that we're researching, or any of the notes about that stuff, I'm just gonna replenish stock and move on, and then look at this next door to the exit here.
Okay.
Before I go through the door,
I was gonna ask Irena first before we actually even investigate the door. Do you want to take samples of the mushrooms or anything in here as well, or do you not care about those?
No, there's a couple rooms so far that we've seen, and probably more, that are just loaded with what appear to be giant natural mushrooms. There's nothing malignant about them. I think it's just somebody's basically alchemy cave. Like, this is their wild supply of spores and fungus and herbs and shit, which is great. Honestly, I would love to have one of my own, but this is not helping us. We're here to find the source of this plague. If that can't be done, an antidote would be even better. Or at least find the person or body of the person who we're supposed to be looking for. So yeah, these giant mushrooms are great and all, but I think they're a red herring. I don't think it's helping us. I do, however...
Okay, should I run in the next room then?
No, because I would like a 10-minute nap.
Okay.
Belandron's like,
You guys find yourselves a nice comfy spot and take a short rest.
I'm going to take a short rest and recover one of my spell slots.
And
I don't know if it matters too
and
much, but a
collect
short
your
rest
spells
is an hour, not 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say no.
an hour. That's fine. Ow.
I'm good taking an hour.
All right. And in fact, if you wanted to, you could even use some of these mushroom caps and such to lie on. They're actually kind of, they're
It's
kind
like
of
a beanbag chair.
effectively. But sure enough, this thing, the Minotaur, was all blue blood.